Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between Team Falcons and FaZe Clan during the Six Invitational 2025. Want to remind that you have opportunity to support the channel on the Patreon page. Find the link in the description or in the comments. Enjoy.
Most of their utility kind of used to try and push forward here, Jake. I'm a little bit concerned that they might not find what they need. KDS brought down, not bad for them, but you've used the majority of your arsenal, and this is where FaZe can fight back.
Alive, you can trust him to find a couple of kills. The question marks are certainly going to be who else can stand up, because Gelad's typically their second best.
What?
Well, what about Robbie? The resurgence yesterday was oh so impressive, and it was a long waited, but unable to follow up with more, and it comes down to SCARZ, who's not typically one who can get fragging, but someone who can is Robbie, and he's brought back up with 30 seconds left. It becomes that 2v2 now.
Really put a lot of focus around Rocket and Ops here, Falcons have, and although the backstab attempt came on through FaZe, just a bit too good. They won't let you get away with that one now. King's pushed up close, shotgun in hand, collects a 3K in shots.
Yes, at the moment getting tracked by the death mark of Robbie, who finds himself on the Deimos. This round they lose Dolph though.
Tell you what,
it's not looking too flash hot, at least in this round. There's still so much time on the clock. You can always bring it back, but that makes it so much more difficult. A little side swipe from Handy. Deals with Hashom, and Falcons aren't going to get much from this one.
the thing is, FaZe aren't giving them anything is the horrible part. Like, sure, they're really heavy contested here inside a warehouse and garage, but look, even here, no one's swinging from FaZe. I look back at some other Brazilian teams and thinking mainly about W7M. They will happily swing you. They won't let you get settled into any part of the map, and that can bite them sometimes, and other times it pays off for them. And the big thing about this round, as I mentioned the previous one, FaZe are always looking for these 2v1s. They're looking for crossfires, and barely get this here. They can probably quite safely get this plant down. I don't believe there's going to be a C4 coming his way, but he's taking shots. They found him out. Handy's got rid of guards, shield removed, and suddenly their trump card in this round has fallen away from them. Robbie into one more, so it's a 1-for-1. It's not the end of the world, but they've got to recover here and get something done.
Yeah, they certainly do. Still plenty of time for Falcons to manage the rest of this round. Need to get one on the board early here for the opening match. Moving around, King spots more than he bargained for. But he got one and a second as well. The patience is absolutely perfection from King. You can see the little check. He spots two. He knows he has to fall back. Gets them both.
Wait, wow.
Only Hashom left in a 1 versus 2, of which he still has 20 seconds left in this round with the diffuser in his hand. It's not really the greatest option, greatest chance. You haven't cleared above. He tries to stick it. He will get punished, and at this point he knows he can't win this round.
FaZe are just shutting them out at themselves. That is what they should be able to do effectively. C4 up and over, just narrowly missing out to the two players from Falcons that were handed nearby. Here comes that march on forward, straight over C4, and King again. I said that he was the problem. Has found two, now looking for a third, and they're having to back away. But the assist from Handy is there. FaZe have once again completely shut them out of the round.
Trying to do too much setup. Falcons
are a bit lethargic. FaZe are playing at their absolute best.
But again, it's slow from Falcons. It's this, let's get into position to hit rather than just looking to hit. But Hashom does find the opening pick, and King then falls as well. So a double kill start to the round for Falcons, but just like that, flip of the switch, and it's too quickly back for FaZe.
And Cyber's pushing them on this top floor as well.
Robbie coming in towards the backside to see if he can provide something that's going to take eyes away from the defense. It did take eyes away. It was Handy, and it was watching, waiting, got the kill. And SCARZ, there's probably not a lot that you can do in the post play here, because Dolph's on half health, but he does hit a headshot! 2 in quick succession from Dolph! And puts it down to Handy now in a 1 versus 2, and he certainly is capable, but the blitz blinds his eyes, forced to push back, and only 24 seconds here to try and make this happen.
Guard's down low as well. He's got to get the down, and he's found guards. Now Dov's going to sit above. This is the battle for Handy, as he can't really afford to chase Dov down. And an absolute inverse when Cyber earlier had that vertical. Well, guess who's gone and found it now? It is Dov, and he's got the man with the fear of God in him. Handy can do nothing about this one. Falcons will finally get on the board. By honestly, Xenox, I'll say it, keeping it simple, stupid. Getting the only bit of vertical still that they needed above them.
Did just go by. Only 5 remaining for Falcons. And off the back of the logic bomb, they're seeking a bit more map control, and the contact is found, but it goes the way of Souls. Robbie cannot win the entry. Man. That's been his weakness this whole tournament, as Souls is just shredding the double push, but it was just 2 solo pushes, Des. It's just not good seed.
And diffuser is down on Mez, and I think at this point, Gelad is terrified to swing in for Souls. He's doming everyone. KDS falls down finally. They get something back in the round. Gelad has finally stepped in, has now lost half his HP. Souls doesn't really seem to give give much of the monkeys about what's going on. There's one on the best door. Will he go for him too? He'll try, but Dov really is waking up and living up to his namesake here. A lot of the damage has been done though. Souls taking down 2 players. And I'm just a little bit worried that if Falcons don't deal with him, he's going to bite him in the backside.
There's only 15 seconds left, Des. There's not a lot of time. Finally, a bit of contact from Hasham, but Dov's going to lose his battle. The Cyber wins that one out. Smoke goes out towards the kit. Diffuser's not there. It's on the floor and in a bad way with low time remaining in the round. You can imagine how this is going to finalize. FaZe are going to make it 5-1, and it's a nothing final presence. And pressure onto Jalad. Hasn't found a kill yet, which is staggering. He's been a tremendous performer for them. Opening kill from Handy with the nade onto Hasham. He could not hold his position, and that's something Falcons really couldn't do on their attacks, clear out these kind of positions.
Beautiful bit of team play as well, because the fire from the Capital meant that he couldn't run back safely. It was either died to the nade or died to the fire, and sure enough, died to the fire. Dovahkiin out with the C4 in towards Mez, finds absolutely no one at the same time. It feels like panic station's almost, dare I say, for the side of Falcons. Souls finding out Robbie as well. They are crumbling at the seams here, and FaZe, this slow juggernaut of death marching towards them in a 5 versus 3, have got all the time in the world to play with.
And they're straight in towards Mask now, and Guards gets one, but it's going to be a short-lived reprieve for Falcons. With the diffuser on the ground and only Guards remaining, he cannot stand up to this mighty FaZe.
But no one has yet fallen.
Handy now matching Vidiking with 9 apiece.
Too easy.
Death mark, too easy is the right way to go about it. But Jalad finds his opening 2 kills of the map at a crucial point.
They needed it.
Yeah, at this junction, puts them up 1 extra player into the final 90 seconds. And it's a slowdown from FaZe.
They are spread all around the map. It's like a triangle being drawn across his top floor.
Oh, no.
And I was going to say, I'm really concerned they can't play for trades in true FaZe style. But that's the second time in a way that Handy's got away with a bit of a freebie. Sure, the first one was on the back of a C4, but look at this. They've carried on cooking up at this point. Who cares that they can't really play for trades with each other? They're finding the kills. Right upstairs. I thought he might try and use the smoke come over above to let Handy get the plant down. Nade's giving himself a little bit of cover as he rolls them out. They've seen one player, though. And the shot comes back. Steps out of the locker, and he is unleashed. KDS deleted, and Handy has got to pull off a 4K in this round if he wants it done and over the line. 15 seconds still to play here. Not much in the way of information. Going to step straight into Dov, who has barely moved a step since his former kill. In fact, I think Dov might have dropped away at this point, so it's only 2 still up there. They need them gone. Otherwise, what is the purpose of having all of this soft breach? And sure enough, they get rid of Robbie. They lose the buck in the process. Far from the end of the world. However, that 1-for-1, not going to be cried about.
And so far, they have not been able to find any kills from the floor above. There was at least some damage onto Dov, and certainly lots of pressure towards Stock, and has now been overwhelmed. Couldn't fall back to site because of that vert up above established by FaZe. Not a lot of time, though, for Vidiking to get the kit onto the floor. He can't do so. Shut down. Falcons live to fight another round.
Inside the building.
Yeah, no map control, but you don't really need a lot of map control when it comes to Master and R6 anyway, and there's going to be Handy in on the blitz, followed up on a flash as well behind him, couldn't win the initial battle, and they lost the finger as well straight away. It's a big dub for Falcons to get the 2 players who wanted to go for that fast sight hit. And this is going to hopefully be for Falcons a 4th round found, provided they don't throw it from here. Huge swing from Sniper in a second, never mind. That is a short-lived moment that Falcons maybe felt comfortable in this round. And while it's still winnable for them, it was only because Guard was able to shut down Cyber. But it's only a 3 versus 2, Des. Lots of time still for Souls and Vidiking.
Such a fractured round overall. FaZe look out of sorts in terms of timing. Handy was solo pushing. What's that all about? You basically let Falcons take 2v1s and 3v1s throughout the entirety of the round, and now they're all nice and close together. This doesn't feel very winnable. Guards into another. Just Souls left standing. I spoke about him being the last one left alive in the backline normally. Well, here he is on the attacking side in exactly the same position. Might be the clutch king, but there's 2 players to bring down. Almost snaps the head off Jalad, but misses narrowly.
He's still got 48 seconds
of
time. Knows the player's down to the left, but a good swing.
Again, be really careful here if I were you, Cyber. It's worked against people before. Sure enough, he's going to get done. And now they're trying to find the map break, and they swing aggressively and get him. No trade back. They've got away with daylight murder. Souls top floor at the moment, so they've certainly got different avenues. Big swing from Handy. The Nook is impactful. Should get a freebie here. And this is a great swing. There we go. Now they've seen him. The swing should come on through. Shotgun at the ready. Gets him down to nothing, but doesn't quite get the kill. Now secures it. 2 kills go through. A 2v2. A 1v2. Handy to go nuclear to win the round.
Yeah, Handy has got 23 seconds to salvage this one for FaZe and does not have the kit. Needs to go for the kills here, Des. He does not really know where both of them are as well, and cannot They cannot find a way to close this map out. So extensively low.
Lucky to still be alive.
Lucky to still be alive.
He's got a C4 to play with.
He's got the only C4, but Robbie gets the kill that matters. It's handy. Eliminated on the Dockerby.
No second phone call for them. A shot in for a second. It looks like it's going to be happening, Jake. You can say the line this time around if we get there, I think. But it is a 5v3. Falcons with full command of the round and still half of it to play. FaZe are just going to be scratching their heads thinking, how on earth did we let it come to this?
He had the chance, Vidaking, to sweep guards. It's all done in regulation.
Candela's dumping towards side. They've still got flashes and every manner of utility they can throw at this team. They've still got a Dokkaebi call, but as the Candela comes out, the key part of their execute has been removed by Falcons. This is now a bit of a problem for them. A 4v3, and Falcons are once again on top.
They're still droning as well. I mean, you do have 40 seconds short. Time's still somewhat in your side for FaZe. You're not exactly that desperate. Big pop, Cyber. Another one! Another one for Cyber! 2 very quick kills, and suddenly the complexion of the round has well and truly gone the way of FaZe. Something that they could not do for 5 rounds straight in regulation. It seems like first time around in overtime, they could get it done. They know exactly where Robbie is located. They cannot mess this one up. Vidaking's going to get the plant down successfully. 1v3 post-plant.
For all you said about attacks being won in overtime, Xanox, it looks like it's coming to life off the back of a massive Cyber 3K. Started the game hot, fell very quiet, converts a 4K in the round.
Falcons, they can get moving rather quickly. I think they can make the most of the time that they have here.
Trying to push their way down Zulu. It looks like 2, 3, 4 players all starting to gather up. Robbie from below gets one, traded out, and FaZe has shut down this initial pressure by getting rid of 2 players.
Where's
but the blitz
going?
is still on side.
Hasham's still outside of the building, so it's only 2 players inside. Guards and Dov. Hasham's maybe going for a flank to catch someone off guard, but is there anyone even over there? He's only got 27 seconds, and it means for Dov and guards right now, they are just a duo. Hasham dead. He couldn't make anything work, so now it's 2 versus 3. Very difficult. Smoke goes out, and into the flames goes guards. He needs to get in towards the smoke, of which there is someone standing right in there. Pistol out, still has some time, but he has to get the kit onto the ground as Dov makes his way in through the smoke. He went straight past Souls, didn't see him because he was just inside the smoke the whole time.
We saw it on defense, but when it came to attack, we weren't seeing too much Buck play, too much Ash play from below to be able to disperse the defenders around. It was constantly just walking into an angle that 3 defenders of the opposing team are going to be holding.
I genuinely still believe there is no region that truly understands how to play Lair yet, because we were seeing the Buck, we just weren't seeing the vertical pressure being applied.
Well, I think the North American teams have really been doing good on Lair, but that's besides the point. When it comes to the
Capital and the Kaid, that says to me as well, we're going to see a lot of play around Catwalk when we're upstairs. Of course, Capital being a very, very prominent operator, lots of fire, lots of smokes at 3 speed, good gun, good secondary gadgets, really does bring a lot to a team. But they need to really be starting to get that Buck to work on that first floor by about the 1:30 mark here to be in a good spot to look towards their execute. Great start, Cyber's been taken down. It's the ace. They've also got Handy on his backside, not finished off, but already.
Super aggressive route and lots of time for FaZe to formulate the plan of attack. Of course, FaZe with the site here for the opening round. Good kill from Robbie. Gets rid of Souls, and KDS goes down as well. Tremendous start from Robbie to find those 2 kills over towards main stairs, and Vidaking probably was not anticipating that push from guards.
Terrible on their first attack, to put it in no light words. Falcons have bullied them with 2 kills almost up on that top floor. They've kept them busy around the map, giving them no room to even start looking at the site. They've even left hatches open for them. They've been super kind and welcoming, and FaZe just weren't. That's very true. Maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself.
Oh, good
that first round was a good start for Falcons. However, still a bit of a slow start from FaZe, but you're not going to complain here. They've got the entry. I'll tell you what, Handy is built different this event. What is that kid on?
Towards FaZe, they've got Jacuzzi. They can play the balcony. They are shredding Falcons' defense right now.
Yeah, Souls has been really patient here and just watched the Jacuzzi breach, and Hasham's come hunting to try and find something, as you'd expect, and they've unfortunately paid the price for it. 2 left standing, a big round needed from guards, which allowed here. In fact, mate, that just guards has got it all to do. Brings down 1, stop being a flawless, but does get swung on. Handy finds his 3rd. As I said, that kid's really on something that's...
Ignore Garage.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to battle into Dov.
That's okay. You have to ignore one direction, really. You can't get all of them on your side, but they're doing the work here, pushing in from this master side by itself. Construction now fully in their control. You've got KDS planting on the west window. He's got to be careful because Dova's going to say he's dug in there, but
just in the
Dova's
middle of
gone
the
for free.
site.
He's been picked off entirely for free. KDS has tried to make an impact and gone down to a shop, who also gets souls. Robbie into another, and like that, Falcons might be able to hold on, but then Cyber becomes Cyber. He hit 1,000 kills this tournament, and he ain't done just yet.
Well, hang on. KDS and Cyber are low. Robbie is as well, but the death mark not ideal. Gives away his location. Of course, they already knew that he was going to be inside a garage anyway, and this time as Robbie pushes up, Cyber gets the kill. FaZe. Oh, hello.
The drop, a little bit of pace coming in. The blitz, right at the bottom of the stairs here. It is a Warden in front of his face. And look at that, the kill from above. Beautiful 2v1 set piece yet again coming out from FaZe. They're so good at these little movements together.
And Robbie wanted to play Vision for the Nitro Cell that they had pre-placed, but little did he know there was already a vert angle established by FaZe, and when he backed into a bad spot, dead immediately. Well played, a calculated attack from FaZe. Hashram does get fortunate, pushing out a secret. Good little flank, and just to get one back, we see teams on the defense when they lose one early. Handy swing with the pistol. Guards was blinded, just had to run away. And it's another kill for FaZe to keep them in an advantageous position with so much time. They've got secret. There's not a lot of utility either for this Falcons defense. And why do you need the hatch when you can walk in and find the kill? It's just that simple. Siege is a simple game sometimes. Hit the head, win the round. 50 seconds left, and that's exactly what Jalad and Hashram are going to need to try and do over the remaining 45 seconds or so. And unfortunately, waiting inside a motor is not going to be the winning ticket here because it's a double stack through dirt.
Yep, Handy started to push on forward. Souls finds a second. Vidiking into the close, and FaZe, even if things are started inside of CC, and everyone has already moved way past that point, Jake.
They already have seen enough members, though, to indicate it's that con-side push with a lot of balcony presence, even with Jacuzzi Wall opened up. 1-for-1, good kill back from Dov. All tied up between these two teams in these trades, although slight advantage has now been established for Falcons. Still out in the subroof, though, it's KDS and Vidiking. So even though the trades, it's only that one-player differential, Falcons win it out simply because they've still got site, map control, all of that. FaZe now is stuck outside the building.
The patience being shown by Robbie here. Again, back on Lair, we'd see Falcons peeking this kind of opportunity and looking to go aggressive.
What's Hashram doing over towards Cash? Get involved.
They've dug it so deep and just waited. I think he's hoping to try and play on towards that west window and get the south balk. But now that they've lost one, now that KDS has got a kill and it's a 2v2, he can't afford that risk anymore. KDS is still a little bit afraid of him, but they're going for it at this point. Vidiking was trying to work his way forwards. And look at this. Here comes a shot. They've got no idea. Diffuser's down with 10 seconds to play. This one looks to be going Falcons' way. They have righted the ship, and they get round 5 over the line. Lineup ready. Souls approaches.
He's got Kid.
And he's gone a bit too fast there. He's got past it and managed to avoid. KDS, though, brought down by Robbie. Falcons starting off well, but they've got to get something more here. There we go. The second they need. What a shot from Guards to bring down the blitz, and a flawless round erupts for Falcons. They may have onto the ground. Jalad, at least in a good spot, still hasn't used any of these ROUs. There it goes. One out, drop from Hashram as well. In towards Moto. Double stack. He does have the kit, but Handy finds the opening pick. Transition to the hallway. Unsuccessful because the numbers are with FaZe. They've still got 5 on up on the defense. One back for Falcons, but with low time remaining in the round, it's very much going the way of FaZe clan. All too comfortable, Dez. Falcons never really got going in this round. FaZe were really not that tested. Time anytime soon. My main concern for them is they haven't got this east side set up, and without it, in fact, to say that, Guards has just declared his arrival on the Blackbeard straight into Cyber.
You've got Robbie as well that's outside. You could have waited.
It feels a bit unforgivable because for Robbie there, you're thinking he should have the cover on this site. I should be coming in here to an empty room, and for Cyber to be stood there by that west window, it's either real bad mistiming or Robbie simply hasn't done his job. Now Cyber's dug himself back a little bit, has tried to C4 over the top, found nothing for it, but they need to get this side cleared out. There are 2 players out there. KDS and Cyber are here. Vidiking has removed the backstab threat from Hashram. No idea what he's doing there, to be honest with you. But for me, Falcons here have gone a little bit out of step with each other. Again, desync has cost them, and they've lost 2 players.
Yeah. Falling apart for Falcons deep here at Six Invitational. Just has that feeling their time may very well be up.
I did worry, coming onto the defensive side, that FaZe would just stonewall them out. Instead, I thought a 3-3-half and then a stonewall defense from FaZe was expected. We're seeing it build up, and the battle is there's no timeout available now for the side of Falcon. Ooh, and he's gonna get cut. He's cut. You gotta go. Oh, and he's gone. What I actually love here, and the real irony of it, is again the operator bands at the top of your screen have flipped.
Really good work from Falcons, and so far turning into one of their better rounds. But Handy does get one back, and he's always going to be someone that needs to be dealt with later into the round. 50 seconds too, so it has taken time. Yes, you did clear out Rafters. Guard's making his way slowly to site. Does have the kit, did get tagged up. They know they haven't cleared out cash, but here comes Dov.
But they're all together. All three players on FaZe are on top of each other here. Plants going down, and they're dealing with the backstab from Dov. No, he's got rid of Handy. A smoke coming in, but Guard's going to stick it all the way through. The problem is, it's down to Jalad in a 1v2.
He's on the rappel, watching for the cross. No one has been able to cross so far. Vidiking and Souls playing together, both inside a cache. Jalad, of course, not fully aware of that, but now he's got the red pings. Vidiking, smart. He's actually going for the rotate. He's in towards Garage now. Went for the jump out, went down below, and he can actually go and try and take Jalad out. It is safe. He can run out. There are no claymores. Headshot from Jalad, but it has allowed Souls to get into a position where he is on full. Counted the fuse, went for the headshot, misses those shots. Jalad can now play the time, knows when to pop up, lands even more shots, no time at all for Souls. Well played and executed from Jalad.
I think, but it does mean some of the setup coming out of the other side here is going to be a nuisance. Ooh. You can't reload, unfortunately, in front of a Blackbeard. He will punish you. That's exactly what you've just seen. Cyber punishing about Handy. We've got a man advantage on site. It's 4v3. Let's go.
Minute left. Must win round for Falcons. Nice shot. Jalad gets the headshot onto Souls. Gives them an ever so slight advantage with double stack coming in on the dirt side, led by the Blackbeard. Jalad, though, has been dealt with. Amazing C4, but Handy's the one that gets the kills. 50 seconds left. There comes that push now. Robbie and Hashem together. After the lost guards, they are the only two left remaining members of Falcons. They don't have a lot of control, and they don't have the diffuser down.
That's the problem. They've got to get kills here. That diffuser's down upstairs. So what can they do? They have to work their way through site, kill the players that are here,
but there's play upstairs,
and kill the players that are upstairs too. They will give them nothing here. FaZe are playing this so well.
Handy's in secret as well. I mean, they are spread beautifully right now, FaZe, to deny any kind of chance of that duo finding the kills necessary, of which now is down to the solo in Hashem. You know it. It's inevitable. It's FaZe Clan match and series point. Way over towards Jim bedroom, having now dealt with Cash and top red stairs.
And here he is.
ADS, though, well, just quite literally runs into Robbie. I would have figured by now you would look to fall back to the side, but ADS went into the forefront and gets punished.
Yeah, I was going to say, we only had a track onto the Bandit for the entirety of it. I think Robbie probably looking at, well, who to track here, guys? We've only got one target. I can see Jalad going down. Guards with a wonderful shot on towards Souls, and they're in. It's a four-man stack-up for Falcons, and the diffuser is going down.
Double from Hashem. Little holes made by the Maverick on Jacuzzi. KDS is down top rafters, and he's not going to get brought back up. Finished off by the frag grenade of Robbie. Here we go. It might just be happening for Falcons. They get themselves an early lead in this pivotal final round of regulation on Clubhouse. Robbie sets himself up to play the Vert. 90 seconds, plenty of time for Falcons to think their way through this round.
I love how teams are playing with nades these days. We saw it between BDS and SSG on Border, where you stack up a bunch of nades in one spot. The player is doomed no matter which way they run. Sure, you can't cook them anymore, but you can still use them to net kills. Now, Robbie's gone down. The E1D's offline. Not the end of the world, but facing him with a fighting chance to say it. Vidiking's fallen down. As you say, smokes are offline. No C4s to play behind. Falcons can do this, and they're underneath as well.
It's a pinch over towards Secret. Handy thought he maybe had a freebie there onto the Secret window, but no. Coming in through blue. Good kill. They've got it. Done. They have indeed done it. A second kill quickly found for Hashem. There's your final logic bomb. It's coming through to fruition. Handy. Massive nitro onto Dov and gives the advantage back over to FaZe, but Jalad pushes in. Only two up though now for FaZe, losing out Souls. Plant going down successfully by Guards, and it only comes down to Handy. Gets one. In the flames, he runs through. Moto spots. Guards going back up main, but he couldn't get the down. Really needed that one, Des.
They've got the vertical is the big challenge here. And he's found one. Guards, he's sold himself a little bit. He's been holding the peak with a nade in hand and has paid the price. Jalad has already won out a 1v2 before. Now it's even easier. He's got to do a 1 versus 1. But Handy, as we know, a bit of a terror at the best of times.
Does he not know where he is?
He's guessing at this point. He'll drop in. The angle's there, and Jalad has done it again. They've broken open the fortress. They've taken the loot, and they're in the lead.
Time wasted 60 seconds, a little bit of information that it could be potentially dirt side. Cyber towards main stairs. FaZe picking up the pace.
They would have all 5 Bs offline if he got KDS there. I can't believe that yet again. KDS has walked away with 5 HP and now he's down. Robbie finishing off what his teammate started. Falcons in the driving seat, but FaZe are starting to up the ante.
Dov has slipped back in towards dirt, so he's got that covered. Defense certainly has the numbers for Falcons now as FaZe find themselves down a player. It seems like they're struggling to figure out how they want to push this. Guards in lounge. How did he not die initially? In fact, how is he still alive? Eventually finished off by Vidiking and just gives a very slight reprieve now to FaZe.
Could have been a big surprise to close out the game, but no, just gets shut down here. A 4v4 to close things out. All eyes on Handy. Full HP, running around in the blitz, and in we go.
Lost souls, losing a couple more as well. Handy pulls out the pistol behind the bomb chassis, trying to finish off Jalad. The only thing finished off here, Dez, is this map. The series remains alive as we go to Nighthaven Labs for the last series of Phase 2 of playoffs.
They're constantly making FaZe have to fight to get a kill.
Guards and Dov are twins in this game, and they're definitely twinning through it, not only on the server itself, but when it comes to lifting the spirits of Falcons to the point where when they beat FaZe on that second map, they got up. One was screaming in one language, the other was going in Portuguese. They had learned the secrets of the Brazilian teams to get their energy up and running. They were going with it. They were getting into it.
That one. Tubbs is out. Not bad. What does it mean the last band's going to be? Seeing an army band step in here, maybe we've seen all kinds of different bands coming up, map-based stuff, non-map-based stuff. It's going to be the mirror coming out from FaZe. So just a little bit back during map 1 we were speaking about.
Sort of style that Falcons certainly do embody. Dov, a little roam towards control. More gas babes. Nitrocell does not land.
As well.
And they do lose Dov, who added that little bit extra for Falcons, just being that flank option. But now they have to just brute force their way in towards the site without having found any kills. It is a total onslaught from FaZe to begin here on the deciding map.
Hunting you down, you best get away.
Well, they're aware. They are aware of Cyber's position. He has been pinged out, so they're going hunting. And
go.
Robbie does get the opening kill. Deals with Cyber, deals with the Vigil. Keep 5 players up for Falcons. An early attacking round could be oh so instrumental for them to gain some momentum here
Souls
in the
is
opening
dead.
half. Souls is still
so
low. Surely he goes down. He can't take anyone with him. And with 40 seconds, Falcons have established a 2-player advantage.
Really slow and composed round so far from Falcons. It's gotten the 2 kills they need, but they are down on time. Only 30 seconds left to play, and I always say the clock becomes the 6th man on a roster. When you get down to these dying seconds, when the attacking team don't have full control, they might have a scan coming in onto Handy here, but they've got to get in and get this plant down. No C4s to worry about, but there is a couple of goo mines.
Yeah, double stack goo mine, annoying for Jalad, but a good pick from Robbie playing above in towards storage. And no nitros here for Vidiking, and no chance either. This is a very clinical response.
Where I think the Deimos is.
Either above or below. You need to try and clear this out. There's 2 players inside as well. And Simon just goes for a super aggressive window swing. Jalad just completely caught off of that. Well, not even aware whatsoever. GARZ is just sending it in. What is this, Falcons? You played amazingly in the previous round, but you're absolutely bottling it here.
I mean, FaZe have barely moved. What I'm confused about is Robbie's been in below for a while, but they haven't had him fishing up from below, trying to find kills on his way through. We'll get rid of Cyber at the very least, but Hasham's now down on his backside, a 2 versus 4 breaking out. And no way you get the win on this. They see you lock into the animation before you see the player. This is far too easy for KDS. Gets a second, Vidiking into 1 more, and this one should be done. Robbie was in, looking like he might start cooking, but KDS with a 3K.
We see so many times as well, this kind of conside push can get choked out really easily. You try and slip in towards electrical, but then that's being covered. It's a small little box area. It's still set up nicely for FaZe, and I think they're just going to start cleaning house very shortly here. GARZ is low, just stepped on a goo mine, can't really step it anymore, and didn't have the time to pull the goo mine out because of the pressure from Souls. Deals with him comfortably. Dov will go down, and Hashram in electrical completely by himself. And in the end, a bit of a sloppy round again for Falcons, 2 in a row, after they did find that flawless attacking round in the second. It has been FaZe to then answer back over the next 2. It will be a 3-1 lead for FaZe. Again, it's Defense Labs. They have those expectations, and tap away for Hasham. Aren't connecting.
I will stress us to remember, and you'll remember very well, how this map started back in the grand final of SI last year. It was a 6-1 lead to FaZe. They built up, had a real solid defensive half, the same way they had here. In fact, in round 5, they walked away with a flawless round. They were rock solid. They're looking that way now. There might be the odd kill or so coming over to Falcons, but they are not looking very present in this game so far. But I can't help but feel nervous about how that second half goes. One towards his left, one in front of him, one to his right. Never walking away from that one alive.
Quite the trend actually throughout the series, and it even goes far back as Lair, where it's very much in favor of the team that gets the opening kill, goes on and potentially wins the round. So not a good sign there for Falcons, let alone double down with the second kill quickly. Need the swift response, and while Dove does get one, immediately shut down. Good flick from Handy. And FaZe are closing out this first half as strong as you possibly can. Hasham has to force the fight. He does win the battle against Cyber to establish a little bit of storage control, but Jalad is not there. He's over towards Electrical with the kit.
I swear he saw the gun barrel for a second sticking out to the side of the pillar. He does know that there's a player there. Handy has already got a 2 in the round. Swung on. You have to anticipate these things. Souls bringing it down to a 3v1 for FaZe. Falcons 5-1, half down. It's not that Deimos that you got to watch out for as well. Lots of soft flooring on both sites. Very little room that you can hide yourself away. In fact, the only area is behind the desk inside of A site. Otherwise, you are susceptible to being blasted out from below. See the first red ping coming on through, but it's waiting for the track to come out of KDS more than anything else. Jalab put nice and low here. FaZe tying things out and forcing Falcons back, but the first kill goes the way of Falcons.
Yeah, it's just a little too easy right now for Falcons because FaZe aren't giving them too much elsewhere. It's all that kind of con meeting side along with Electrical. Handy though in through IT, did get one kill onto Dove, offers that point of difference. You've still got Souls as well over towards servers, so you've got a little bit of control now. FaZe, despite being one player down, they can start to take some of these fights, and that is exactly what Handy does.
Hasham is the problem here inside of Electric though. He's got Souls pinned down somewhat, and he's also stopping Handy on the cross. Robbie into one more. Souls taken off a pillar. Not a bad spot to be in, and just like that.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
You're in the round.
And worry about guards later in the round. On the Yokais, let's not forget. I can see him rolling them around the map a little bit as we go. And here we go from the top floor down. He comes, Hasham. They're still playing the entire map, and there's the Yokais. The fire burning out. Handy. Burnt to a crisp, but roasted and ready for dinner.
Yeah.
Looking good for Falcons.
That's a good way to put it, Des. 20 seconds, and I think the rest of FaZe are going to be roasting very, very shortly. It may not be flames, but bullets coming their way. Souls low, dead. Yep, there's there goes. That might be another flawless round for Falcons as they're starting to...
the way of the team that secured it. It may have given away a lot of this top floor, but you can see a player up there as well as a Scopos Shell ready to come in for a swing. They've now found Cyber. FaZe, they cannot get around over the line, it feels here, Jake.
It just feels like a flurry of punches right now from Falcons, and FaZe just can't land anything back. There's that Shell. Handy knows it's watching him over towards the hallway, but he cannot proceed forward, and there's little time remaining in the round. You've still got to go and claim that diffuser, and it's in a bad spot. This round is in a bad spot. And quite honestly, if FaZe don't pick up their attacking nature on this map could be in a bad spot for them. That's a nice kill, but so much still needs to be done. They need to kill their way through this site. And suddenly, they've opened up the front door, and through the back, they get Robbie just caught napping, and Hasham in kitchen. His position is known. Legs to headshot him with 10 seconds. No, it's a straight brawl, a straight 1 versus 1, of which KDS wins an absolute... siege in such a crucial match at such a crucial time.
I was pausing for the outline bug, like, is that bug back again? But no, it wasn't. They've got one here. Will we see the stab coming from Jalad? Oh, he comes up and gets one.
They got him.
It was a bit delayed, but they still get the kill they need. Now swing, they're into a second. Souls trading it back. They're fighting through, but a C4 connects. Falcons have shut down the post-timeout round from FaZe. They hold on. We're up to 6 and 4.
Oh, Des, we could still get Invitational. You win, you are playing at the main stage here.
They've got the pin.
Freebie.
It's good play by FaZe. Again, 2 or 3 players working together to punish a would-be roamer. Hasham sort of overstayed his welcome. Handy. Oh, they've got him through the soft wall with a pistol? What? They might have it done here, Jake. It's 5 versus 2, and Falcons have crumbled in the most critical round of them all. That is heartbreaking. Looks at the soft floor, misses his man again. I thought Robbie.
Down to Robbie, and he needs an ace. He needs the ace in a 1 versus 5. With 1 minute remaining, FaZe are now this close to securing their place on main stage here for Six Invitational. They are seeking that redemption of last year's grand final in some way. The way in which they can close this map out could dispel a couple of demons, sends them to main stage 6 Invitational. Awaiting them is SSG, but FaZe will be more than happy to give them.
Started with 5 attack rounds, so they were looking flawless. It almost looked like the exact replication of what it looked like SI 2024 against FURIA. They went up. They didn't choke it out here. I was curious if that mental game was going to start to come back and be like, all right, we have it. It's coming close. And kind of it did. It went 7-4. It came down to that last round where, honestly, they just played that last round flawlessly. But for me, with FaZe, I think they still have a lot to improve once they actually get to that stage now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at the stats from the series. I mean, what big player that I just want to highlight again, just because of how difficult we were on to him at the start of the game throughout the whole tournament, was Cyber. I mean, the entries were definitely there today. That was the big deciding factor for Cyber. It doesn't need to worry about the stats. Just needs to get those opening kills to give his team that advantage, that push up. And obviously, he did his job today. He came to play. So, great progress from him.
Regardless, if you're Falcons or a Falcons fan, you also